Hello my YouTube beauties and welcome back to my channel. Today we are filming in a new space. I am in my new house. I'm so excited. Today I want to talk about the two new Morphe products. Well, kind of. One is really new and one has been out for a little while, and kind of do a hot or not on that. So the first product I received is actually out of the box. Let me put it back in the box. This is the first Morphe product I'm going to talk about. This is the little palette, and I believe it's a collab by Elena No, that's just the drawing. I'm confused. Alina Gantz is the name. I am not too familiar with this person, but I believe it is a collab on some of these palettes. So Morphe came out with like little baby palettes. You know how they have like the 35 pan huge ones. These are smaller. There are, I think, 4 different options, and I got the Awesome Blossom one. So this is what the outside looks like. It's got a little drawing right here, which is kind of cool. And comes this, and this is the size of the palette. So you open it up. I like how it has like the little window that you can see the shadows. So you open it up, and then it has these shades right here, and this is the Awesome Blossom one. It has 6 shimmer shades and 2 matte shades. These are the 2 matte shades and the rest are shimmers, and I particularly got this palette because I love Morphe palette formula shimmer shades. I'm not a huge fan on the matte shades, but I do love these shimmers, so I figured this was a perfect palette for me. All the other ones looked like something I had already, so I figured I'd give this one a try, and I love this pop of blue and purple, and this looks like MAC blue brown pigment, and yes, I am loving the colors of this palette. This was, let me look it up in my mailbox, Morphe. This little palette was $10, and I think the price is right with this palette. I'm super happy with what I got for $10. This is a giant palette for $10. I mean, it's something size you'd find at the drugstore. First, I wanted to talk about this, and I will insert a couple clips of me putting on this eye look that I have on right now. I used some of the colors. I will insert clips of me doing my makeup throughout this video, just so you can see how it applies, like with a brush and stuff like that. I know shimmers normally apply better with your finger, but I wanted to try it with a brush and see how well the pigment came off on my lid. First off, for traveling, I think this is an awesome palette for traveling. It is small, it is like concise, it's cardboard, so it's not going to break. You can remember which palette it is because you can see through the front right here to which colors they are. Yeah, really a huge fan of this packaging. I just think it was really sleek and really easy to travel with. The downside is it doesn't have a mirror, but that's okay. I mean, it's just like a little palette. I don't really need a mirror in a little palette. I prefer a bigger mirror. That's not, I mean, it may be a con for some people, but it's really not for me. Let's get to swatching these shades, and then we'll get to like my opinion and what I think about these shades a little bit later. So I'm gonna zoom you in really quick. Okay, so we are zoomed in, and I am just going to swatch these, like live swatch them on my hand, and I'm going to go left to right. So the first shade doesn't have a name, so I cannot tell you what the name is of this shade. It's that right there. Really, really pretty. It's a bronze orange shade. This is probably my favorite shade in the whole palette. And where are my makeup wipes? So the next shade I'm gonna do is this matte kind of brown. It reminds me of Makeup Geek Creme Brulee. So there is that one. Here's the next shade. It's the shimmer cranberry shade. Yep, really good pigment. The last one is the matte cranberry shade. So that, wow, that was a horrible swatch. What are you doing, Kate? So that is a swatch of the first row. I think it's really fall appropriate. So those are all 4 of the top row. We are going to start with this bottom shade right here. You guys can kind of see. And then this one is reminds me of MAC blue brown a little bit. It's that right there. So that's kind of a cool duochrome shade. And then this next shade is a purple, shimmer purple shade. So there's that one. And then lastly, it's this pop of blue, which I'm so excited to swatch for you guys. So these are the bottom row, more of dark, sultry winter looks, I would say. I really am digging this blue right here. How pretty. So yeah, that's the bottom row. So those are some of the swatches of this little palette right here. So let's just get on into like my opinions of this. I really like this palette. I am kind of head over heels in love with it. I love the eye look I came up with. I think it's super versatile for either super dramatic looks or more of a warm, sultry look. It does have some neutrals in there, but I love the pops of color, and I'm going to be using this a lot. I love the formula for the metallic and the shimmer shades. Perfection. The matte shades, you have to spend a little bit more time blending them out than I think maybe I'd prefer, but they're not bad. You just have to spend a little bit more time with them than some of my other matte formulas. But other than that, I love this palette. Super hot. Yes, I am digging this palette. If you have the chance to go pick one up, there's like 4 different ones, I think. There's some neutral ones. There's a couple different ones, but I love the pops of color. And then the next item that I got from Morphe, I actually took it out of the box, but it was this little sponge, this Flawless Beauty Sponge. Again, I did film myself applying my foundation with this. First off, it is a little bit denser than a beauty blender. When I try and squish it, that's about as far down as it goes. I think this applied my foundation really nicely. This is probably my second favorite sponge. The first one being the beauty blender, and then the second one being this one. It was like $6.99, so really affordable. However, there is like this little, I don't know, it's like already, can you see that little thing right there? It's kind of already like deteriorating when I just got it, so I'm not exactly sure if that's just like a scratch or something in the sponge. And then again, there's this like little hole right here. My only issue with that is I hope it just doesn't like deteriorate the sponge really quickly. I love the price point. I am just really a fan of this like size, the shape, the point up here. This little point is really good at getting in and blending out concealer, and I just kind of use the whole thing to blend out foundation. Yeah, so this is also a very hot item. I might go buy a couple more, because like, why would you spend $20 on a single sponge when you can buy something that is less than half the price and buy multiple of them, and so you don't have to like buy new ones every so often and you spend a lot of money. And yeah, so this is a better affordable option than the beauty blender. Those are my 2 Morphe products. Both of them were really hot. I really enjoy them, and I think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of them. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. Feel free to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I will leave it like here or here, slide in all cool like. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hello, my YouTube beauties. Today we are going to talk about something super exciting. We, over the past couple of months, have been building me a makeup storage chest. So you may have seen a lot of YouTubers have like IKEA drawers,